Andrew, you have our first one because I want you to break it down for us of this American Teacher Act. Why don't you break that down for us? Real, real, are you doing that, Andrew? Really? Really?
Yes, Damien. The American Teacher Act was introduced in the U.S. House of Representatives on Wednesday, presenting an opportunity to revitalize teacher pay nationwide, excuse me. The
Yeah.
legislation drafted by the nonprofit Teacher Salary Project and U.S. Representative Frederica Wilson, who is in Florida, came in a response to nationwide teacher shortages and how low teacher morale that has made headlines this year. If
Mm.
passed, the American Teacher Act will create a 4-year federal grant program to be used to increase
Mm.
annual salaries to a minimum of $60,000 nationwide.
Mm.
Now, the news of a teacher shortage crisis made national headlines this year, spurring panic at the start of this school year. But as been reported during that time, the term crisis may have been causing more harm than good.
Right?
So, what is to the viewers at home or to the hosts right here, what do y'all think of the American Teacher Act?
I think that and this is 60,000 a year, right? Or 60,000
60,000?
a year. Okay. I think that it's good that it improved, but I think that what what teachers go through in the classrooms to put up with the kids, or their job is very important, and I think
Yeah,
that teachers teachers should be getting paid way more than this a year. I think that
I
we
agree.
all know that teachers are underpaid and whatnot, and I think that teachers literally have one of, you guys can agree or disagree, teachers have one of the most important jobs, because they're teaching students, they're just teaching, so I think that what the teachers go through in the classroom, in the school, they're always working, they only get one day off. I
yeah.
mean, it's ridiculous that they get paid this little a year, and they literally have one of the most important jobs. So it's good that it's improving, but it ain't proven enough.
Yeah,
Yeah. They need to hear teachers out. Seriously, they really do because
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
it's just,
Um,
yeah, go ahead, Branier. That's all I have to say on
um,
that.
Let me see. The Teachers Act. Many of you guys know. I'll tell you guys this all the time. My grandmother is a teacher in the school system, fourth grade teacher at that. And there, she joins a big program. I don't know if you call this, but I don't know if you gentlemen are familiar with this. This is the National Education Association that has multiple branches of the state, around the state, and around the country. NEA for short.
Yeah. Hmm.
And that's basically a teacher union, if that makes any type of sense. So
Hmm.
going through that and going through those teacher unions and stuff, they are always talking about ways to have teachers be paid. Like I remember um maybe a good 4 to 5 years ago, teachers literally walked out the classroom and walked to our state house and rally to fight for equal pay. So this is a ongoing issue, and it's quite frankly an ongoing issue because when you think about it, we're losing teachers, a lot of teachers for real, because there's so many teacher shortages, not statewide but countrywide, and it's great that there's introducing a some sort of article about this, but when is the real stuff going to happen? When is the real funding going to happen? Because you're talking about teacher paying shortages and stuff like that, then the question goes back always to the funding. Because in certain governments, I think we talked about this one time. Certain governments, I know my government here, um, quite frankly, to be honest, they underfund our schools. They don't fund our schools the way they need to be funded. funding doesn't mean funding for schools, activity stuff. It also means paying for the teachers. And quite frankly, that has been a struggle going on for a long time. So that's why there's teacher unions such as the NEA, the Teachers Association, different state official associations and stuff like that nature is in place to fight for more change. It's great that the article has been introduced, but when is the action going to start? That's my question.